Hey guys, this is Samantha from the Stay Woke Network, and today I wanted to talk to you about Angie. What is her? Oh, Adrienne Bailon. Bailon. I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly. But I heard this morning that she was talking to um, Monique, and she was telling her that keeping it real does not necessarily mean you have to be loud. Monique responded in a typical like politically correct way, but I don't have to be politically correct. I'm not working in the system machine, white supremacy machine of Hollywood, so I can keep it 100. Let me read you a little bit of a backstory here so that we can see what. Let me read you a little bit of a backstory so we can see what exactly this is in reference to. So I'm on Vibe right now, and can we go play? I'm sorry, guys. From time to time, you're going to hear my toddler because I have to work. So let me go ahead and read this. His comedian and Academy Award winning actress Monique has been the center of attention after she called out Oprah Winfrey, Lee Daniels, and Tyler Perry for what she alleged to be unfair treatment. Unafraid of whatever professional and social repercussions may come, Monique, alongside her husband Sidney Hicks, took to their podcast to double down on their side of the story. The ladies of The Real weighed in on the topic that's been taking over social media and all agree it would be best for them to work together as opposed to the divide that has now taken place. Co-host Adrienne Bailon, while referencing social media and took issue with those who believe Monique was keeping it real, quote unquote, keeping it real, and wondered why the Baltimore native's behavior equated to authenticity. Now, I have an issue with people thinking that every time someone is loud or boisterous or saying something negative, that's them keeping it real. Why does it always have to be that? Just because you're all over the place being loud and making a lot of noise, that's the truth and that's real. Why can't keeping it real be classy? Why can't keeping it real be let me hold my peace and let me move on? Why can't keeping it real be you know what they may have done that, but I'm going to respect that and move forward? Why can't that be keeping it real? Balon question. It didn't take long for Monique to catch wind of Balon's comments, and true to form, she issued a response. So for the griot, they they wrote, has a message for Monique. Being loud doesn't mean you're keeping it real. Monique wrote, "My loves, this baby gets a pass. She is too young to even begin to understand. However, Adrienne Bailon, if you like to discuss, we open." Then she put, "We await your reply, sister. This is Monique. I hope I'm not being too loud for you. LOL." Then she put, "By the way, Adrienne Bailon, by the way, I don't know why she has it twice. Adrienne Bailon, Adrienne Bailon. I am fighting for young sisters like you who haven't won an Academy Award." Then she put, "If you really want to tell us something, my husband and I would be more than happy to come on the show. You can tell us directly." Monique has been speaking her mind lately, and some think it's just not lately. She has always spoken her mind. And some think it's her right, while others think she's doing more harm than good. Does Bailon have a point? No. I'll speak on that in a second. And is Monique's behavior ruining her chances at another role in Hollywood, or should Bailon just stay out of grown folks' business? Sound off in the comments. I'm gonna sound off all right. So I feel like I have two issues with this. So the first issue I have is, okay, honey. So the first issue I have is that keeping it real is not keeping it real if you're not loud. Like, that's part of keeping it real. Like, if you sit there and say, I'm gonna respect what they did and I'm gonna just keep my peace and I'm gonna go do me and go over here and do this, that's not the definition of keeping it real. So let's research the definition of what keeping it real means. We're going to be in an Urban Dictionary in a minute. So keeping it real, Urban Dictionary, the first link. Not being fake or influenced, being true to yourself and your values, but more importantly, being true to innate values that all people acknowledge is respectable. Not fronting or inhibiting yourself, and you see this, not fronting, like being fake right here, or inhibiting yourself or pretending to be something you're not, but also not following Okay, we're gonna have a moment here. But also not following dominant values that should not be acceptable. So that's pretty much what Monique is doing. The dominant value would be to act the way Adrienne Bailon is telling her to act, to sit there and say, I'm going to handle this politically correct way. And even though Oprah, Tyler Perry, and Lee Daniels are acting a damn fool after, Monique made them millions of dollars with that horrible movie Precious. I have not even seen it and I'm never going to watch it. Um, she is keeping it real by doing it just the way she did it. On her platform, she said what she had to say, and I'm not mad at Monique. I would be saying the same thing if they did that to me, because that's keeping it real. Like, you do not hold your tongue when shit is fucked up, especially if they're on TV themselves, giving their interviews and saying some crazy stuff about you. Like, let's go to Lee Daniels and his little crazy self talking about Monique. And he says that it was off the wall. Like, I think he was claiming that he never offered her the role on Empire, and that was a lie. And it's like, you not only do you have people out here saying things about you, but you're also lying on this person. Like she said, they're lying on her character. No, I'm not going to be quiet while you go out on, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be quiet while you're out doing interviews about the situation and then lying about it on top of that. Oh, hell no. So she did it. She responded exactly as she needed to. I would do the same thing to protect my character. I would be all kinds of loud with it. So let's listen really quickly.
You've also been very candid about Monique, who is a friend of yours, right? Mm-hmm. She was in Precious.
Yeah.
She says that she was blackballed from Hollywood after the movie.
No, she said that I said
that. You said yes.
Yeah. I didn't say that exactly. What I said to her was that I said, we were on the campaign, and she was making unreasonable demands, and and she wasn't thinking. This is when reverse racism, I think, happens. I said, you have to thank the producers of the film. You have to thank the studio, and I think she didn't understand that, and I think that, and I said, listen, people aren't going to respond well if you don't. So I love her, and I've spoken to her, and she's brilliant. And I like working with brilliant people. But sometimes artists get in their own way, and I know I certainly do often. I have my own demons that I get in my own, in front of myself.
So you think she blackballed herself? Because in some ways you've got to do.
I think that there were demands that were made from her on the Precious campaign that everyone knows about that hurt her, and I told her that. So and I.
Yeah.
Que sera.
Can she change that?
I mean, if she plays ball, you got to play ball. This is not just show. It's show business, and you've got to play ball. And you can't scream. I don't like calling the race card. I don't believe in it. Because if I buy into it, then it becomes real. Mm-hmm. If I knew what I knew when I was 21, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now.
But some people call that selling out.
Selling out?
Yeah,
I guess I'm a sellout then. Call it what it is. But I'm not going to not work, and I'm not going to not tell my truth, and I'm not going to call people out on their bull. So whatever that means, sell out. Okay. I'll see you in the theaters.
What is that black dick connected to? That black man? So no, I was not blackballed. I was whiteballed. By some black dicks who had no balls. Thank you, Mr. Lee Daniels. Thank you, Mr. Tyler Perry. Thank you, Miss Oprah Winfrey. No, baby, I wasn't blackballed. I was fucked up by some niggas who had no balls. And see, I know they like to say, Monique, you talk too motherfucking much. It would kill me not to say the real shit. It would kill me not to say the real shit. You are not paying me equally. You are not treating me fairly. So y'all can suck my dick if I had one.
Wonderful. So that is my Monique doing her thing. So no, Adrienne Bailon, she cannot do it your little non-black way to resolve this issue. Black people do things their way. You're whatever you are, do things your way. So that's going to segue into my second topic that I wanted to discuss. I have a real issue with non-black people discussing, like, coming into black spaces and putting 3 cents in it. Okay, I said it. I really have an issue with that because I feel like, because of white supremacy, racism, slavery, all of that bullshit that has happened in this country and is still happening. White people feel like, and I'm gonna just call her white because that's what she is. If you're not black, you're white. White people feel like they get to act like our parents, and they feel like they have the right to be just in all of our business, our spaces, like a parent. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you live with your parents, they can come in your room and, go through your stuff, you check your phone, who are you texting? Like, they have the right to do that because they're your parents, they're paying for everything. They're running your life as long as you're under their roof for the most part. But even when you leave, some parents still continue to try to run your life. And that's how I feel about white people. Like, I feel like they always feel like they have a right to have an opinion. And bitch, no, you don't. Like, what she said for how Monique was supposed to respond doesn't even fucking make sense to me. Because I'm like, how is she supposed to be like, oh, okay, I respect. No, she doesn't fucking respect shit. She doesn't respect shit because they disrespected her. I will not respect someone who doesn't give respect. It takes respect you have to earn my respect for you if you want me to give you respect. So if you are sitting here disrespecting me, and you saw Lee Daniels, I mean, he's on every show that there is, talking about the situation and lying through his fucking teeth. So it's like, of course she's going to, I know for me, like, I wish I would, like, there's no way, like, if he would have kept it quiet, she probably would have kept it quiet. She hadn't said anything right away. It's like she's always responding to them publicly saying things. And I don't think Tyler Perry and Oprah are going to say anything because they think they're too good for everybody and, whatever. But I do stand with Monique. I do believe her side of the story. I think she did come out with emails proving that Lee Daniels was trying to get her on Empire, and then he lied about that. So, yeah. So let's turn to this video really quickly.
It just breaks my heart to see, because I respect the 3 people that she's talking about. I mean, Lee Daniels is very, very talented. Oprah, I mean, come on. And we've had Tyler Perry on our show, and he's amazing. But not only that, like, Monique is a phenomenal actress. She didn't win that Oscar for nothing. Playing Mary and Precious, she killed it. And not only that, have y'all seen Bessie?
Yes.
She played Ma Rainey in Bessie. She killed it too. So I just want everybody to get along and I do, because
But seriously, I agree with her.
because they're all so talented, and I would really love to see all 3 of them come together and kill it again.
Yes.
Do you see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about.
Yes. Sadly, what some of the comments, though, are, obviously this has gone social. Social media is what the world is about now.
Yeah.
And when you read the comments, a lot of the comments are like that they shouldn't just get along because she's keeping it real and she should be heard. Now, I have an issue with people thinking that every time someone is loud or boisterous or saying something negative, that's them keeping it real. Why does it always have to be that just because you all over the place and being loud and making a lot of noise, that's the truth and that's real?
I'm going to add to that, okay?
Why can't keeping it real be classy?
Okay.
Why can't keeping it real be, let me hold my peace and let me move on? Why can't keeping it real be, you know what? they may have done that, but I'm gonna respect them and move forward. Why can't that be keeping it real?
Right.
The thing is, too, I want to say is that Precious, you know, that was an independent movie. People have to realize that. So some of the comments that people don't understand this system, this industry. That was an independent movie. It wasn't even supposed to be a hit. Monique made it a hit. So I can understand why she's feeling some type of way.
Yeah.
Because she like,
But
you know.
again, there's a way to address it. You get what I'm saying? And I think that's what we're saying.
But I don't think
you
she
can
was,
keep it real and
but that
living
was
your
her
truth
show,
in a
though.
different
That
way.
was her show.
Yes.
That was her show. I say things on my show. And I don't want somebody taking 10 seconds and then all of a sudden, now you judging me from that. That was her comedy show. Whether you think it was funny or not, that was her comedy show. So you got to judge it just a little bit different.
Right, but what can you say after that line? What could have said before that? What could have preceded before I said such and such?
Because she went in. But also, I also want to say that the type of language that she used is the same type of language that Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, male comics do.
Yeah,
She
I
does.
use it too.
I've heard
It
Lonnie
is a
does
safe
use
place
that
for
language.
comics. It
Right.
is your safe
Yes.
place.
It's just y'all not hearing it because y'all not used to female comics. See, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Y'all, why did she say that? Because y'all not used to seeing
I
female
have a real
headlines.
question. How would you feel if someone came at you that way or spoke about you in a comedy act like that?
I mean, people have said that about me online. Have you just realized I've been called ham hog neck?
That's what I'm trying to say. Is sometimes the biggest bark.
Oh my God.
People would say they just keeping it
And
real, but that doesn't
But just like
mean it.
David Chappelle's skit, when keeping it real goes wrong,
Right.
there
right,
it is.
Right.
Because I still feel like there's certain people, you know, walk easy on. I don't know if we should say that for me. And maybe because I know these people personally, they haven't done it to me. I don't feel like you're blackballed. When you're blackballed, you don't work.
Right. Somebody may feel like everybody's saying you tread lightly, you walk easy, you don't burn bridges, and that's out of fear. I disagree. How about it's out of respect for the person and for yourself?
Well, you can't tell
That's out
somebody
of respect.
to out of respect. That's no respect.
But that's my point. I think that you can have a disagreement and you can live in your truth, but at the same time, know your truth respectfully and respect others. If you want someone to respect you, you should also be respectful
She
to them.
needs to sit down and have a conversation.
She needs
That's
to
what
talk
it is.
to Oprah. Oprah,
respectful
Tyler.
conversation.
They all need to sit down and hash it out. We are going
And
on
make
8 years
another
now.
movie, please.
People, so on that note, but as a comic, I understand that we air on the stage our frustrations. That's our safety net. So obviously she is still upset about something. She's working through it, but she's starting to sound like the old auntie at the table. Back in the 60s, the Supremes, I was going to be the fourth Supreme and Diana blackballed me. That was in the 60s. It is time to let it go. She's like, I used to be the fourth Supreme. There wasn't one.
Yeah, because I think what people were taken aback by the language too, and you have to remember this was during a set. So I don't know what she said before that. We don't know what she said after that. We just saw this idiot.
clip.
You know,
Yeah.
let's just remember this. Comedy is a very hostile and aggressive type of performance.
But isn't it supposed to be funny?
Well,
But you don't know what happened
We gotta
before.
hear the whole
story.
Yeah, you got to hear the whole bit to see where she was coming with that.
Right.
But even when she's talking about it now, she doesn't seem like she's taking light about it. It doesn't
seems like
seem
she's-
like
it's
she
still
seems like
Well, she's
her
working
upset.
through something. As a comic, there are some truths. There's,
Okay.
her story, their story, and the truth.
Tell us,
Yeah.
yeah.
How long do we go on stage and vent our frustrations?
Good question.
I know. Yeah. Look, I'm just.
You don't want Monique
I just
calling you
hate
and
to
cussing you out, do
see
you?
people. We done went through this season with her. Okay. I mean, let's just be real. I already went. She came on. She. It is what it is. What people got to realize though is that I think I'm saying this as a person of color. I think we're all upset because all four of them have been working for years to get where they're at. And we don't, Tyler Perry started in his car. He was homeless. Oprah Winfrey was doing her talk show. She started locally, in Chicago. Lee Daniels, the same thing. Monique, the same way. So everybody is always looking at, oh, well, they done made it now. But all four of them have worked really, really hard to get where they are. And for, one person to put another person down and tear them down publicly like this, that's what's hurtful, okay? It's that's what's getting to me.
It doesn't help the culture.
So I love how Cheryl Underwood had her back. Had Monique's back, because I could tell, like, even when Adrienne Bailon was saying whatever the hell she was saying in her little non-black world, I could tell Cheryl Underwood was like kind of giving her the side eye, like like you're not gonna understand it if you're not black. And that's why, if you're not black, don't be in black spaces giving us your 3 cents. And I know they have their show that they have to talk about, like, stuff that's happening, but just like how, I'm not sure if it's Tia or Tamara, because of course they're twins. So I don't watch the show The Real. I don't watch, like, really any network TV. I do media streaming so I can control more of, like, what I'm watching and what my children watch, because I do believe that TV is television. They lie to try to act like, white folks are more than what they are. So you're not brainwashing my children. Especially not on my dime. But I feel like the way the twin, Tia or Tamara, I don't know which one is on The Real. Let me see. Hold on a second, because I like to try to know what I'm try to do my little research, know what I'm talking about when I start talking. Hold on a second. How are they gonna put both of them up there? Okay, so I want to say it's Tia. Oh no, it's Tamara. Okay, I don't know why I got Tia right there. It's like, okay, did I choose Tia on here? No, I didn't. Anyway, so Tamara, I liked her response, because it's like she kept it real. Like, it's like they're all talented. Can they squash the beef so they can do some more work together? That's the way people should respond. Like, it's not, and she's basically considered, black. The one drop rule, or whatever the hell you want to call it. The black race is the more dominant race, especially for our genes genetically. So if you're mixed with something else, and black is a part of it, you're black. So she's black, and she could have said what Adrienne Bailon said, but she didn't. It's like, it's not you don't know what the hell's going on. You weren't the one that was disrespected. Stay in your lane, honey. Like, stay in your lane for that reason, and then stay in your lane because you're not black and you don't understand like how black people respond to things and our culture and how we take issue to stuff. So I really like how Cheryl Underwood helped. She kept it real and helped Monique, our black sister, out. And I love, love, love to see that. I love seeing, because I just love seeing black people being each other's keepers. Like, my brother's keeper, my sister's keeper. Like, we need to do more of that, coming together, having each other's backs, protecting each other, uniting, doing business with each other. So I'm not really. I would like if Monique and all of them could get themselves together, because they're black. So it's like, you're like the few people in Hollywood that's on that high ladder. Can y'all work together and make it happen? But the thing is, like, black people still have a lot of issue with the whole crabs in the barrel mentality. So it's like they never want to have, because you know how white folks are. If there's too many black people coming together, they think we're about to go riot or do something. We're a gang or something like that. So I don't know if that's what's going on with Oprah and Tyler Perry's fake ass and Lee Daniels' whack ass. If that's what they're doing, but Anyways, I mean, I really don't even like those three, to be honest. Like, I used to look up to Oprah, but I do think she's a sellout. So is Tyler Perry and Lee Daniels. They are sellouts, and they've thrown African Americans under the bus a long time ago. So it is what it is. My main issue that I took with this was I had to say something because Adrienne Bailon, no, baby, you have several fucking seats. Like, stop commenting on things that have nothing to do with it. Like, she could have chosen any other part of this story and spoke on it. I do not want her speaking on our culture and how we handle things. And I don't care if she's supposed to be Spanish or something. If you don't see yourself as African American, you don't talk about African American issues and to tell us how we're supposed to be acting. I take real issue with that because I've had to deal with that a lot in corporate America and everywhere else. Water. I need water. I've had to deal with that in corporate America and everywhere else. People are always telling me, oh, that's a sister with attitude or the angry black woman, yada, yada, yada. And it's like, you know damn well why I have a quote unquote attitude. Like, don't don't try to be fake with it and try to act like you don't know why I have an attitude. And it's like they're always trying to tell us how we're supposed to be fucking acting. And it's like, no, I'm gonna act the way I want to act. This is bullshit, and I'm gonna keep it real because it doesn't help to not keep it doesn't help to keep your mouth closed. I mean, all you do from there, you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be happy. At some point, you're going to flip the fuck out because you're holding too much stuff in and you've got to let it out. You just got to let it out. So anyways, I'm out, people. I got to go. I'm about to make one more video and then I got to run and do something, to go drop something off for my notary business. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with me. Until I see you or speak to you again, take care of yourselves and each other. Peace, love, and lights.